The big one, Florida, LSU. LSU had won 5 of its last 6 games versus AP top 10 opponents. Kyle Trask making his first career road start. We start with his backup, though, Emory Jones, 4th and goal. Throws up a jump ball. LaMichael Pirine able to come down with a touchdown, game tied at 14.
Yeah, clearly the defender from LSU had an opportunity to make a play on the ball. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you.
Yeah, Patrick Queen not quite able to break it up for LSU. Clyde Edwards-Helaire bursts through the hole, scampers 39 yards for the score. LSU up 21-14. 10 seconds left in the half. 2nd and goal for Florida. Van Jefferson, the 6-yard reception from Kyle Trask. We had ourselves a game at halftime, 21-21.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Opening drive of the second half. Trask connects with Jefferson for another touchdown. Florida took the lead. Jefferson shaken up on this play, but he would return. The ensuing LSU possession, Edwards-Helaire jukes out a defender.
Look at this jump cut.
For 5-yard touchdown. Game
tied at 28.
Should have gotten more points for that. More than 6. Mid of the 4th quarter, Trask, he gets picked in the end zone. He had been so good. Makes a mistake, though, but that's Tyrion Davis-Price. My fault on that.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that, B-Mac. Here's what I'm talking about. Kyle Trask.
Derek Stingley.
He gets picked up by Derek Stingley. The first turnover of the game by either team. A few plays later.
Costly turnover.
Joe Burrow, a wide-open Jamar Chase. 54 yards down the sidelines. LSU up 42-28.
That was the cover.
That sealed it.
That was an important play for individuals that had a few dollars on the line, either with Florida or LSU. And this sealed the deal right here, 4th down.
Sealed the deal.
Yes, the line was, what, 13.5?
Line was 14, actually.
It depends on where you
got it.
Yeah.
Where you got it. So if you got it late, it was a push, 42-28. But LSU does win this game. Like everybody thought, Kyle Trask, 310 yards passing. He's the first quarterback in LSU history with 5 consecutive 300-plus yard passing game. I'm sorry. That was the wrong stat again. I was looking at Kyle Trask right there. So Joe Burrow comes up just short of the number, 293 yards. But he had been the first quarterback in LSU history with 4 straight 300-plus yard passes.
Only 3 incompletions from Joe Burrow. Only 3 incompletions.
Let's go beyond the box. Joe Burrow, 5th game with 3+ touchdown passes. Jamar Chase, 2 touchdown catches, has 7 touchdowns in his past 3 games. 40+ points in 3 straight versus AP top 10 teams for LSU. This offense is something else. As for Florida, the loss snaps a 10-game winning streak, 6th consecutive SEC road loss versus a top 10 AP team. As we said, push -14 unless you got the line at 13.5, and the over hit 55 was the number. All right, so we talked a little bit about this game earlier, B-Mac. We didn't talk too much about Joe Burrow, though. When you look, I know it wasn't maybe the most prominent game for him, but you look at how he was able to pull this thing away and really extend that lead. We know about Tua, but where does Joe Burrow rank in the country in your mind?
Well, right now, you look at the top quarterbacks that are deserving of being in the Heisman conversation. I would say Joe Cool would be 3rd at best behind Tua, behind Jalen, and then here comes Joe Cool Burrow. And here's why. From the individual standpoint, he has been balling. Once again today on the national stage, he put up Heisman-like numbers. Only 3 incompletions. I mean, this kid has really been doing a phenomenal job. And also, they're winning ball games, and we know how much winning means to Heisman voters. So far this season, I mean, Joe has done everything you would want him to do plus more. On the year, 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, over 1,800 yards. He's completing 78% of his passes. 78%, basically 80%. He has been so accurate, so efficient. And once again today, only 3 incompletions, so he continues to do this. And this was a big test for LSU because so far Florida's defense has really done a real good job. And today, they could not sustain the same power and impact that LSU was doing from the offensive end, and their defense eventually wore down.
All right, so where do you look at LSU now? When you look at just the country as a whole, we talked about Joe Burrow, where he ranks in the country. What do you think about LSU after the way they played this game tonight?
Well, they will move up with the loss coming from UGA. Still, I wouldn't put them in the top 4 just yet. I think they would stay put currently where they are. When you look at top 4 teams, no particular order, you have Bama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and then here comes LSU. Now, some voters might put LSU ahead of one of those teams based
Which one?
on, I mean, there was a team that had a bye. I don't know if you want to be penalized because you didn't play.
Hey,
right?
Clemson was kind of. Kind of.
Yeah, they can't.
Not really.
But they still undefeated. And
Yeah,
I mean, you
they're still
got to respect the champs. They're still the champs, right?
Got to respect the champs. Hey, Dabo Sweeney, that Roy bus is back. He's bringing it back. This is what Clemson lives on.
Bring your own guts.
All right, LSU, big win, 6-0 now, 2-0 in the SEC.